Listen, look, I'm a London scammer. I see it, I want it, I
click it. Nights in the bando, pirates whipping. Next day, man started clicking. No boo and waitress.
We in London, baby. This is gonna change our lives this weekend. This is a shift we need towards 6-figure months.
So Jack, a little bit about how you expect this to play out this weekend.
I expect monumental shifts in my paradigm. By the end of this weekend, I'm not going to be the same person.
Well, genuinely, the most powerful way to reprogram your subconscious mind is emotionally charged experiences, big breakthroughs, new beliefs, being around the right people. I think it's so powerful to be around people that normalise six figures a month. It's got to do something for the paradigm, 100%.
Yeah, we're going to be in a room full of people that are making our yearly income in a month. So, it's ought to change something in the mind.
It's going to make us shift massively.
One of my mentors told me that it could be one piece of information you need to make that shift or have that breakthrough. So, and the amount of pieces of information we're going to gain in this weekend is fucking silly. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Getting everything, getting every single thing. Everything you need to scale the fucking business, bro.
And one thing we've both been living in recently is our intuitive truth, just living with the heart, letting those decisions come from the heart, not overthinking too much, letting things flow. And now we're in London, about to spend a weekend with multi-millionaires. So that is a testament to just listening to your heart and letting things flow. If you overthink things, overanalyze things, it's likely going to start to disrupt what the answer you truly felt was the correct one in the first place. Where are we going for brekkie? We're going for brekkie somewhere, mate.
Doku waffle, mate.
Going for fucking brekkie somewhere, you cunt. Going for brekkie.
There's only two states that you could be in. A primal state or a powerful state.
Guess what one we're in?
That was gay. That was really gay. Some gay shit, mate. That was some gay shit.
Welcome to London City.
But no, honestly, there's only two states you can be in, and I'm actually really prioritising. I've never done this going away, but really prioritising staying in the creative state, staying in the powerful state, which is the parasympathetic state. How you get into that is 3 breaths could get you into that, 3 single breaths. 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out. 3 times you're into the parasympathetic state.
And see, just even bringing awareness to the intention you walk into the room with. Who are you? Who are you walking into this room? Just setting the intention.
Who are you walking into the room, the mastermind? Who are you?
I'm Jet Richie, baby.
Who's he?
He is the one and only. He is.
There's a better time to take some mushroom chocolate. I say take it, eat some mushroom chocolate.
The guy walking in there is a multi-7-figure earner. He's a fucking legend, an authentic legend that says what he means and means what he says. Pure authenticity, pure love, nothing but gratitude and abundance. Living so abundant, living so free, living with such just love and gratitude. And it's like I say to all my clients, we're too grateful not to take action, we're too grateful not to fulfill our potential. And if you're doing nothing other than that, you're ungrateful and you're likely...
Scream it, make it a badger, mate, alright? Jack doesn't eat mushroom chocolate, so...
You're likely so privileged that you've become too entitled for your own good. Or you're a fucking soft pussy. Or you're transgender. Or you don't know it yet, but you will transition at some point.
Can't be talking like that if you want to get into the corporate space, mate.
Yeah, what do you mean?
No one's gonna have you hired if you're talking about trannies and fucking gay boys. In a bad way.
Yeah, they will. The right people. The right people will.
Corporate? Nah, they won't.
Not all corporate companies hire transvestites.
Nah, every corporate company follows the rules of.
Doesn't. Oh fuck. Jump to that.
Oh, you heard my name dropping. I mean, I fucking hate guts to do that. I still hate guts to do that. Well, who am I walking into this room? Well, I'm someone that really understands how the fuck this shit, how this shit works. This full game. This full game of life. This reality. I really know how it works. I know how it pieces
You're a
together.
fucking kid, mate. Don't kid yourself, man.
I know exactly how this pieces together, and I don't know. This guy's laughing because obviously he's ignorant himself. But I know how this game pieces together. I'm going in there as a guy that knows how this works. So there's a lot of conviction to be had when you're someone like me.
Oh.
So we're walking in authentic because the only way you can be is authentic. The only way you can be is authentic, and ultimately, if you are any other way, you're letting your external control the internal. I know who I am. I'm the guy that knows how this shit works. I'll be going in there with supreme confidence and shaking hands. The more hands you shake, the more money you make. I'll be going in there like this. Pronation, domination. Kill Richie. It's in the name Rich. It's me. And how this game works, if you are yourself, you'll get the results that you're supposed to get. But if you let your ego distort who you are and start acting out of alignment with your authentic self, then your results will be out of alignment with what you truly want. When you come back to those two states that you can be on the parasympathetic state or the sympathetic nervous state, the primal or the powerful, ultimately, anytime you're in the primal state, your focus is directed towards things that are false, limiting beliefs, negativity. And the reason why you don't feel good is because it's not aligned with your truth. Anytime that you think about something positive, powerful that you really want to achieve in life, you feel amazing. When you start to think about fear, doubt, limitations, that's when you don't feel good. That's when you're in the sympathetic nervous state. So just notice when you go into that state, and then notice your thoughts, and then notice what beliefs you might hold that create those thoughts. And then choose to disagree with them, because they're all made up and they were learned as children. We did not come into this world with limitations. We came into this world with completely no limits at all. Any limits that you have, you've learned. Any limits that you have, you can unlearn. It's a little bit about how the game works. It's a little bit about how the game works.
London is actually a nice little place, actually. Been here twice as well. It's actually class. Nice food, good vibes, very diverse. I like that. Something I like about that.
Where's Uncle? Uncle!
A lot of unks. Saw a crackhead run along the road dancing there. It's 8:30 in the morning. Really good vibes.
This mastermind has the potential to allow you to become unlimited if you really do go in and take the information that we're going to be soaking in. There's boys that have scaled their offer to 750k a month. So, I mean, if you're making nearly £1 million a month, you've got an unlimited paradigm. But it's more so, what I think is really important and beneficial for us to be going here is, these guys see this as normal. So we're going to normalise this kind of money, and also normalise what it takes to get there, because there'll be so much resistance that we'll have around maybe even just running an ad or doing the things that we need to scale. But when we see an example, that's fucking sick, that there. But when these people are like, right, this is how we took this from 0 to 750k a month, it will just give you so much conviction leaving this mastermind of how shit actually works. So it's going to be so powerful.
That's why I preach books to so many people, though, because you're being able to absorb someone's lived experience, someone's life work inside a matter of weeks and months, and apply it if you choose to, if it is applicable to your life.
So these guys have struggled to 750 a month.
Yeah, I speak to some people that are 50, 60 years old, come in as clients, and I'm speaking to a degree with more actual life wisdom than they are to an extent. Because some people just do live in loops and live in patterns that don't really change.
It's more about levels of awareness.
It's applied knowledge as well. Like, wisdom can only really become wisdom when the knowledge of that wisdom is applied.
It's levels of consciousness, so it's levels of awareness. most people don't lift their head above the surface level. Most people are stuck in the fucking game of life, not knowing how to play it. The game of life and how to play it and win is only a mystery to those who are ignorant. Mystery is a word to use for the people that don't understand. And when you start to understand, life actually is quite simple and fucking easy. Over this next couple of days, I'll be adding to that. And I actually genuinely think by the end of this vlog, you'll know exactly how to win the game of life. I think that's quite a good little seed to plant.
Yep. And you'll at least be roped into the other content we'll be putting out, and just stick along on the journey. I've got a Ford Focus right now. Right, you're gonna be watching this video, soon I'll have a Ferrari. You're gonna be like, fuck, he actually did that thing.
Yeah, you see the videos, people are like, oh, I made this video to manifest. Yeah.
It's one of those videos, man. You gotta stick around and fuck around and find out.
Mercedes C-Class right now. It's 5th of December. My watch isn't the right time.
From a C-Class to a Bentley.
C-Class. Very shortly, Porsche. And then shortly after that will be a Ferrari. If I change my mind, I might get a Lamborghini.
Scottish roads, I might get a bigger car first.
Porsche Cayenne.
Yeah. No, I'm probably gonna get a Cybertruck.
Alright.
Fuck it. Nah, actually, probably would get some sort of
Fresh water for this Canary Wharf.
X6M or something, like X5 or something.
Canary Wharf, yeah.
This is how we moving around it, baby. Shit up. We thought, why do we call it one balcony though? Why just have one balcony? Hello. Why have one balcony when you can have two? Why have one balcony when you can have two? This is a really, really nice room though. Really nice room. Sea Containers London. Highly recommend. What are you saying to it, Gov? You were born unlimited and you learn to be limited. You need to reinforce that you have no limitations. Ultimately, the only limitations that you have are inside your subconscious programming.
Is this the tube, eh? London tube. This it's London tube, eh?
Station is Bond Street.
Lock in the lights.
Change for Central Line and Jubilee Line.
I know you're gonna dig this.
What you need to realise is most people don't even know what they're doing. Actually, they're not consciously aware of why they're doing what they're doing, because most of what they are doing right now has been completely formed and written as a subconscious program from being a child. So as this program's been written, they're not even aware it's been written, and then as an adult, because they don't become aware of that program that's been written, they don't even know why they think the way they do, and therefore they don't understand why they feel, and then act the way they do, and then they're usually in a job they don't want. We're getting off here at Bond Street. That was some heat, bro. Whoa. Fuck. Off at Bond Street, James Bond Street. None of this is going to be usable for YouTube because it's portrait. Yeah, but wheels. Bond Street. 007 Street. So yeah, most people find themselves in jobs they don't even know why they're there. They don't even really know what they want, who they really are. If I ask you right now, who are you, you probably couldn't give me a really good answer. It's because no one has this awareness of asking the right questions, really, do they? But we're going to Oxford Street, and I'm guarantee there's going to be a lot of NPCs here. Look at the fucking height of that. That's actually crazy. That's some crazy shit. But ultimately, most people don't know how the game works. Most people don't even know how reality pieces together, or why their life looks the way it is, why their life looks the way it does right now. Maybe the zoom on this is like too much. This is normal zoom. It's fucking freezing, bro. Normal zoom. What we're also doing in London is we're being a lot more open. We're giving people compliments. I mean, we're being really open,
Please stand to the
giving
right
compliments,
when using the escalators.
being nice people, and just giving people the compliments they deserve. She can't hear me. She's watching the More Life podcast.
From North London, girl from East London, girl from West London, girl from South London. That girl was shot when I and I asked that holy fuck. Look at the arch, you know I'm bust. Look at the ass that what you know about double four, what you know about Rambo's twinning.
It's the fucking day. It is the Mastermind. Big shifts going to be happening today. There's going to be big shifts today. Life-changing shifts. We've got Nero Knowledge, we've got some other crazy fucking people speaking. Boys making up to $250,000 a month. It's not just about the money, it's about how they actually operate in their mind and how they operate in their life to achieve that level of financial success. Because to get to that level, it's not just about financial success. It's about self-mastery, it's about self-awareness. It's the ability to hold enough persistent action to create these opportunities and execute these plans to make that money. So it goes a lot deeper than just the money, and that's why when we speak about money, it's not just financial, it's everything that precedes that. And everything that precedes that is the ability to master yourself and create your own reality.
It's actually, the core thing is who you are. So it's how they do it 100%, how these people operate sick, they're on a mad level. But what allows you to get results in life is becoming a different person. It's changing who you are. So we're all born into life unlimited, and then we all learn to be limited. Our subconscious mind is reprogrammed into whatever limitations our parents have or whatever we see around us. And ultimately, a lot of these guys, they've done deep inner work. They've went from not having a lot of money to making $250,000 a month. And it's who they've become that's so powerful, and it's who we've become by even coming to this. Like, why are we here? Because we're being the version of ourselves that are making 6 figures a month. We're surrounding ourselves by people that are making this money because we are now being those people. And when you're around these people as well, and you're at this mastermind, I would encourage anyone to go to masterminds. They all treat you like that you're on their level as well. We're all mutually as fucking sick as each other. We're all being the best version of ourselves. We're all stepping into this identity of being the people that are making 6 figures, ultimate freedom, huge fucking goals. And it's who you need to become. It's who you are will dictate the reality you experience.
The important point to make though is we truly believe we are who we are, and that's why we get the respect from people that are physically doing this already, because mentally we exist as those guys.
You knowing as well, the point that you made about knowing, you only know and build that conviction when you build self-trust through consistent action. So what you said there, consistently showing up, as you build this self-trust that you know you're the guy that's done it for years and years and years. We've had these businesses, we've built ourselves up, etc, etc. That consistent behaviour and action over time is what allows you to build that.
We've got an Uber to get, mate!
I know we're a little bit late, but
so fucking spiel it on.
It's who you need to become, and you don't see the world as it is. You
Mastermind
see the world
day.
as you are.
Let's fucking go.
So if you change who you are, you change how
Mastermind.
you see the world.
Fuck this guy.
You change the opportunities that you're going to see, because as you see the world as you are. So if that's the case, if you are the guy that's making X, Y, Z, you're going to see the world reflect that back to you. The world is a mirror, and it reflects your internal state. It reflects who you are. It reflects who you are. Okay, so if you change who you are to this version of yourself that's making 6 figures a month, then you're going to see opportunities, and life will show you who you are, therefore opportunities to make that. So it's changing who you are that counts, is what matters. This is what happens. And ultimately, we're all programmed to be limited, and until you change that internal programming, that subconscious programming, you're going to be stuck to that identity and that version of yourself, that limitation, and to the beliefs that you've formed as children. So, powerful fucking shit.
My mum told me to make a wish. I made a wish to get money. Now I'm in a club drinking like a fish, definitely eating like a piranha. Forget beef, I leave that to the farmer. I put money on your head like a barber. You see, I get money cause I go hard, but I want more money so I go harder. I work in the night time, trying to get daytime, playtime, airtime in my spare time. Book a flight with British Airways airline. I'm here to stay like Frisco's hairline. I can't.
Put on your jacket, mate. So
it's been a movie, man. It's been a movie.
Sunday morning, the day after the Mastermind. Feeling enlightened. A lot of huge shifts, as I said, would happen. Like, life-changing shifts. Fucking huge shifts. Big shifts. Kyle's a little bit hungover. He was out last night. What the fuck is that about? Don't say that into camera. Kyle was on the tequila and rum last night. Just to reinforce the last point that we spoke about identity and becoming the version of you that already has a result. This full weekend has just allowed me and Jack to step into the identity of the next level. Really be those people. Going to the shops, meeting the right people yesterday, shaking the right hands, having the right conversations, ultimately just really embodying the next level. And ultimately, it's the only real way to get big results in life is to become the version of you that has a result already. And by doing that, you need to put yourself in environments with the people that are aligned with that next level, and that's exactly what we've done. One of my mentors told me that it takes to meet one person and learn one piece of information that it could make a huge shift and change your whole life. And we had a lot of pieces of information yesterday. One of the ones that Nero said, I asked Nero, I've been reading Think and Grow Rich right now. And in Think and Grow Rich, they talk about setting a definite plan with a definite date. And so I asked Nero that. In Think and Grow Rich, they talk about a definite date and like a definite plan towards your goals. How do you conceptualize that? And do you set a definite date, or do you just...
No, I disagree with Napoleon Hill on that for a multitude of reasons. Anytime that people put a deadline on which they have to attain things, you make the mistake of one, falling into the trap of linear time. In order for you to materialize what it is that you want, you're going to have to come to the conclusion that time is an illusion that only exists within this third dimensional realm. You already need to be it before time proves it to you. Every time that you remind yourself that there's a date, you take yourself out of being transcendent of time and you fall again into linear time. Because if you're saying, I got 2 weeks, I got 2 weeks, I got 2 weeks, then you're unconsciously implying that you're not who you say you are or who you're attempting to be. The other thing about deadlines is that they bring on a particular degree of pressure on a subconscious level, because as that day is approaching, you're like, shit, this hasn't happened. And that pressure puts tenseness on the mind. That tenseness on the mind takes your brain out of theta and alpha, and it puts you into beta, which is the conscious. So I don't agree with deadlines.
You just completely exist in a state.
Exactly. Regardless of deadlines.
So little things like that are just completely refined the way I'm starting to look at the way I'm living and how I'm operating, and yeah, a few big shifts in my business and the value I'm going to be able to provide people now as well. It's fucking amazing. Genuinely, when people do talk about your network being your net worth, this weekend has been such a testament to that. It's fucking... You notice the guys at the next level as well are just doing what you kind of know you should do anyway. It's a huge difference between the version of the people that are making 10, 20k a month to the people that are making $250,000 a month. They're just doing all the shit that you know you should do. They're getting all the data, the statistics. Of course, their mind, their belief system is completely shifted into alignment with making that amount of money, but they're just doing what you know you should, really. That's the fucking huge difference between anyone that's at 10k a month to 100 to 200k a month. They're just getting the right data, using the right information to move forward and applying the right knowledge all the fucking time. Building teams, delegation. So at the start of the day we had Nero Knowledge, basically done, if you've not watched his work, basically done an in-person YouTube video. He does hour-long YouTube videos. He's essentially done one of those in person and personalised it a little bit more with some Q&As.
tapping into a lot of the work Kyle already does. Like, this is the work Kyle does, but just what I realised in the type of work that Kyle does is you can hear the same truth from different angles, and sometimes those different angles just hit, and some of the things that he was saying was just, they were hitting. So it was amazing. And then we went on to Mahis, the host of the event. He was next.
Spoke about paid ads.
Spoke about paid ads, content strategy, just how to become aware of your market and know who you're targeting, because that's one thing a lot of people that are making content are not doing. They're not being specific about market awareness. Like, who are they actually speaking to? Is it people that are completely unaware or completely aware? And depending on what stage of awareness they're at will determine how you should speak to them, what words you should use. And it could be the difference between you running ads and getting fuck all and running ads and getting all of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a full system behind doing these kind of things. So again, the most important, valuable thing about this full weekend is you're around people that are actually doing it and they've actually had results from it. Because when you're always sitting on the side of you've not done it yet, or you've got a couple of questions like will it work, will it not, actually experiencing and being around people that have done it and they're like, this method fucking works, it gives you complete conviction to just do the thing that you know you should. Honestly, it's such a fucking level up. These kind of events and being around these types of people literally will take you from 10k to 100k so much quicker than it would if you did not surround yourself by these kind of people per month. So anyone watching this, really recommend, if you're not getting around people that are making a lot more money than you ahead of the game, you're really holding yourself back. So whether it's getting a coach like me to help you unlock your mind and take you to the next level, or you're around other people in the same kind of industry business as you that are hitting levels that you want to hit, maybe 12 months, 10, whatever, it's going to accelerate your growth so much quicker, because you're literally, as I said, around people that are already being the person that makes 100k a month. It just normalizes it. It just makes it something that's not out of reach at all. Although it never is. We're all born unlimited and we learn to be limited. And ultimately going around those kind of people yesterday 100% proved that, because they're doing what we're going to do already.
So we had AJ talking about YouTube. Really opened my mind and made me realise that long form content is the fucking way forward. You spoke about how it takes, what was it?
420. You need to shoot 420 short form videos to get the same amount of watch time as 7 1 hour long YouTube videos.
Like, what the fuck? So for over a year's worth of short form content posting daily versus a week worth of daily posts an hour long, like, that is just terrifying.
If you've got a business, you need to be doing long form. You need to be doing YouTube and Instagram, of course, but YouTube is something that a lot of people neglect. Long form is something you need to do. Like, you actually need to be doing long form. If you get any form of business, building your brand and having long form for people to interact with is so powerful. And also, again, if you've got a business and you're doing long form, you can use something called Opus Clip to chop up that long form into short form, and you've just got unlimited content. So much content you can just pump out. So yeah, YouTube is everything.
One of the key takeaways though was the packaging of the video, thumbnail, title, making sure that how you package the video hits the viewer that you're trying to target, because if not, like, you imagine you've got a Rolex, but you literally put Christmas wrapping over it and then you smear that Christmas wrapping in human shite. People aren't going to think there's a Rolex under there. They're going to think that's a box with shite on it, and they're probably not going to open that box even though there's a fucking Rolex in it. So next up we had...
That's one way to do it, one way to put it. And this isn't exhausting all the value, but we're just dropping a little couple of nuggets.
We could sit here for literally fucking hours. We'll probably make more videos on this mastermind to a degree.
There was a break and then there was a guy called Sui.
Sui. So Sui, Malaysian boy.
Again, it's spoken about your brand and everything. Like, again, if you get any kind of business, how can people view you on Instagram and YouTube? Like, what did he see you as? How can you, what perception are you building? How much volume of content, how much can people see into your life? How much are you actually showing of who you are and what your brand is? That's a huge fucking thing as well. A lot of people procrastinate with putting content out, showing who they are, literally, the more that you show who you are, the better. The more that people can see you, connect with you, and know you on a deeper level, the better. People are trying to post like 4 short forms a week and a couple of, maybe even one YouTube video a week, but the more you can get, the better, 110%.
One thing I really took from him as well was, well, first of all, at 19 years old, he turned over 151 grand in a month. And he's 22 years old now, and he's clearing nearly $250,000 in a month. Fucking terrifying. But besides that point, if you're below a certain follower count, what you post is kind of doesn't really fucking matter. Just you need to get post more content and refine your approach, how you want to perceive yourself. But if you're under 10k followers on any platform really, then it's like just keep testing and trialing and putting it out there, and as time goes on you will just refine and improve how you speak, who you're speaking to, how you deliver the content that you're providing. It's all the moral of the story is to just do it, and the more you do it, the better you get at it, literally. But yeah, he really made it very, very clear about how important branding is, and the fact that he basically made a point that if your marketing is so good, your brand is so strong and good, then the sales process is almost irrelevant to a degree. Like, the marketing sells for you, the brand sells for you. People just want to be connected to you because of how powerful your brand is and how well you've perceived yourself online, and that's
Perceive yourself.
yeah.
Like, create a perception.
Perceive yourself, create a perception.
Perceive yourself, like see yourself.
Same thing. You think about Nero Knowledge, how he's charging 50k packages. That is obviously his knowledge, his wisdom, all the work he's put in to become the person he is. But a huge part of that is the perceived authority he's built around himself with his online social media presence. And obviously the hours and hours and hours of wisdom and value he's put out on his YouTube. But a lot of it is like how much you can perceive authority and value around you.
Perceive.
You know what perceive means?
You perceive it. It's how other people perceive you.
What?
How you building a brand by you perceiving authority. You create authority by other people perceiving you as the authority.
How you create the perception of it then? Simple. Same thing, you fucking weirdo. Been here this morning, mate.
Fucking retard.
So after that we had boy Josh come up, and much the same, talking about content and how you can extrapolate one idea into hundreds of videos. This is all just understanding the systems and processes behind scaling a business and a brand. And the whole underlying truth of all of this is to just fucking take action and do it. And the more you take action, the more that you realize these things you're trying to create. So yeah, beautiful. Next up we had Hassan, I'm pretty sure. The goat of sales. He was amazing. Swore more than me and Kyle, which I loved. But just truly understanding how to speak to your prospects and how to sell them, basically. But another message that came from him was, most people are paying for accountability, right? So a lot of the things that we sell, or to be honest, like, depending on the skill set that you've got, it can be pretty niche and quite hard to come across. Like, the hands-on work that I do is pretty bespoke. The approach that Kyle's created around the work he does is pretty bespoke. So we're kind of creating one-of-one services, right? And that's why we're charging fucking premiums. But the whole underlying kind of message of what he was saying is, if you have a service that people want to pay for and be held accountable to implement into their business, that's all you really need. Like, people are paying for accountability. Like, I pay for Kyle's coaching for predominantly accountability. A lot of the work that he does, could I spend hours and months and educate myself and try to implement it? Probably, but like, there's no time for that, especially when you're trying to build a business and handle all the other moving parts. So even the work that I do with recovery, longevity, a new offer that I'm creating off the back of even coming here and really refining that, people are paying for accountability and they're paying for convenience, and the time it takes for them to implement what you're providing is what they're paying for. So yeah, if you have a good service, a good offer, then, and you find the right people, then they will pay for it, because at the end of the day, as I said, you can't do everything, and that's why. That's one thing that Sue was talking about, delegation. Really understanding that, like, you need to create more leverage in your business and scaling it. You need to delegate. You can't be handling all the shit.
The best thing about this full weekend has been in a complete relaxed state, a creative state, and just letting ideas flow, meeting the right people, having the right conversations. The synchronicities that have been happening over this weekend, the people that we've met, the conversations we've had, it's all been like almost too perfect. You couldn't rate it, and this is where in life you need to be operating from a creative state. You need to be in a relaxed state, full of gratitude, full of love. And essentially we've came to London, yeah, with intention, 100%, but this full time we've been just in this relaxed creative state, meeting the right people. Jack's came together with a lot of clarity around new parts of his business, meeting literally prospects and people that will be working with him one-to-one, but perfectly. Like on the last conversation we had last night was completely aligned with what Jack came here for. The last people that we spoke to before we came back to the hotel. So the point I'm making is, when you come away to things like this and you're detaching from the busy hustle grind mindset that you might have building your business, you'll meet the right people. The right things will happen as long as you're trusting your intuition and just flowing in that creative state. That has ultimately been one of the best parts about coming to London. And it's something that I think any business owner should do. You should have a balance of this state in your life. If you think about you at the end result, having the life that you want, how do you really feel? Is it love? Is it joy? Is it peace? Is it what is that feeling that you get when you think about having everything that you ever want, that life that you want? That is a feeling that you should choose to fuel your day with, fuel your state with. If you have this really strong sense of love, gratitude, peace, joy, try to start your day with that state. Start your day in that state of peace, joy, gratitude. The state comes before the action. As long as that's the case, you're always going to find the right people, do the right things, and have inspired actions that will take you towards the life that you want. Because you're living in the state of having the thing that you want, and therefore the actions will align with that state. So yeah, that's been probably, I think, for me, the most powerful part of this full weekend is just being in that creative state, flowing, having the right conversations, not thinking too much about things, and it's genuinely worked out perfectly.
I really want to actually try and create clarity around living in that intuitive, relaxed state though, because it's something that if you do genuinely grasp,
you want to create clarity.
It will change your whole fucking life.
What do you mean? Like?
So when last night, for example, we were out for dinner, and the reason that we stayed back and everyone was leaving and we were kind of staying back and we were just kind of going with the flow of the situation. But my boy Sean Clancy was fighting last night, new world champion, fucking legend, shout out to him. Really devastating knockout, fucking horrible.
And just using that jab to the thing.
But my point is, we weren't overthinking and trying to over-control the situation and what was going on. We were just kind of going with what intuitively felt correct. And what ended up happening was we were leaving the restaurant as two guys that we didn't really connect with in the actual mastermind were left sitting there. And then we started to have just these flowing conversations. And the conversations I had with my guy Raheem was so pivotal for my whole business, my whole offer, just really reinforcing some of the right things that have genuinely changed the trajectory of my whole fucking business. And it's like, if we weren't to just be living in that flow state, that would not have happened. If we were just thinking, right, it's fucking midnight, we need to get home, XYZ, like, we would have forced into a routine, into a pattern of consequences that would not have led to what we experienced last night. And I want to try and...
Well, what we experienced was a synchronicity.
Yeah.
What do you mean translate that?
Just to give people clarity on how they can really connect to living like that, because that is so powerful. That is genuinely... Obviously you need to think, you need to really use your mind to think and analyse and plan things, but it's like...
Simple, just live in a relaxed state. Get relaxed. Be relaxed. Don't be stressed out.
When you're making actions and you feel it all coming from up here in your head, in your mind, really overthinking, thinking, it's like, I think sometimes that can cloud what just feels intuitively correct, what just feels like should happen. And I think my point is that we can overanalyze and overthink things, and it completely clutters the true way of living that we should be experiencing.
Yeah, it's more about the state. That's not wrong, but it's more about the state that you're in. That you can only be in two states at once. A parasympathetic state and a sympathetic state, both nervous system states that you can be in. Sympathetic is stressed out, anxious, really conscious, switched on, overworking effort. Parasympathetic is relaxed, aligned, you're better at digesting food in this state. That is the state that you want to be in, is the parasympathetic state.
Food.
Yes,
So
the
what's
rest,
that point?
rest and digest food. Jack's obviously ignorant to the different states as to the point where he can't create clarity and articulate it to anyone. So
You're talking to
two
loads of
nervous
people.
states, parasympathetic, sympathetic. The parasympathetic state is the relaxed state, more intuitive, more aligned, more creative. And to get into that state, ultimately the quickest way to get into it is to do breath work. Breath work, longer exhales, shorter inhales, just really get into a relaxed state. But when you're in that state, it's all about being intentional and really living from that creative state and feeling good and relaxed. It's not overworking and stressed and overthinking things like Jack said 100%, but it's more about the state that you're actually in physiologically that's going to determine where your attention is, how you're thinking. Your state comes before anything else.
Yeah, but without the context that I've added, you won't really grasp that. Like what I'm explaining is how you are in the state, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a fucking jab, mate. Break your fucking nose in front of everyone. State comes first, and if you can live in this state, it's perfect. You need to start your day in that state ultimately, because you need to get into this state before the world fucking gets you into a state. Brainwash yourself before the world brainwashes you. That's every day, get into the state. So whatever that feeling is you have when you have that result, get into that state before you start your day. Peace, love, joy, gratitude, whatever it is, get into that state. Don't be on your phone, nothing like that, no distractions, no actions, no business. State first, action second. That needs to be your protocol for living in this state. So to create clarity, it's just when you wake up, prioritize getting into that state. How do you do that? Bit of breath work, visualization, set the right intention, feel really good, focus on what you want, and keep that state throughout the day.
Just ask yourself, who do you want to be? Like, who do you want to be and who do you want to exist as? And as Kyle said, just really reinforce the feelings that person would feel. And as long as you do that, like, genuinely, it's just persisting with that and having faith that. Obviously, that's what I'm saying as well. This is what's so cool about your work is Kyle's work allows you to understand the deeper ways in which the world works and which life works. There's genuine metaphysical law and also science to back up how shit works. And if you can truly understand that and apply that and say I could be held accountable, say through Kyle, it must happen. You must have the fucking life that you want.
Yeah.
Like, most people watching this will likely be from Scotland, and we're all fucking programmed to be so pessimistic and settle for less. Honestly, it's fucking terrifying. Ideally, if we were to live the life that we ideally wanted, I guarantee it'd be far different from the life that you will live if you don't take action and start to really even grasp things that we're talking about. It's crazy. It makes my toes are curling.
No,
right now thinking
there's
about it.
mechanics of reality and how this shit actually works. And it checks out perfectly with neuroscience, human behaviour, metaphysics, whatever lens you look through. There is a truth to tap into and become aware of, and once you learn the truth, once you become consciously aware of the truth and how things actually work, you can start to consciously influence and direct your life in the way that you actually want it to be. Every single person, this is something Carl Jung, right, really good guy, and Nero spoke about him yesterday, but everyone will live unconsciously, and they will just live this unconscious life, and they'll let their unconscious behaviours, decisions, thoughts dictate how their life looks, and they'll call it fate. They'll say, oh, everything happens for a reason, this was supposed to happen, these bad things were supposed to happen. No, they weren't. Bad things are not supposed to happen. If you can would you consciously choose to have bad things happen in your life? No. Again, you can learn from losses and turn losses into lessons 100%, but ideally, you don't want bad shit to happen. The only reason bad shit happens is because you're unconsciously creating that. You don't even realise that you're creating negative things. The words that you speak, the thoughts that you think about, the feelings that you've got, the subconscious program that you've got, the limitations you've got set on you from your childhood, or just any negative experience that you go through, it programs your subconscious mind to dictate how your life and experience plays out. So you don't just, bad things don't happen because they're supposed to happen. They happen because you're unconsciously creating them. So if you can start to consciously become aware of your unconscious, make the unconscious conscious, you can start to actually influence the life that you live and ultimately start to do what we're doing. Us being in London, like you can say we've manifested this, but for the last however long, we've been speaking about the kind of numbers that we want to make and the people we want to speak to. Jack did not plan to come to London. 3 weeks ago, he didn't know this existed. 2 weeks ago, and I said there's a mastermind that we could go to. In fact, we're going to it that day, or it was the next day we had a call together. Our coaching call, we sat down, we booked London, we paid for the mastermind, and we got ourselves in the right room. And that has just unlocked 30 contacts. They're all making multiple 6 figures a year, opened so many fucking doors. And ultimately, it's genuinely just came from us consciously influencing the life that we live. The awareness that we've got, we can then make decisions that are tied to our future self. We're tapped into making the money we want to make, the success that we want to have. So therefore, because we're tapped into that and our focus is placed on that, we're getting inspired thoughts and feelings that are aligned with that goal. Our reticular activating system, which is a part of your brain, is literally filtering reality to show us ways to move towards it. This was an opportunity that we took because we've seen it as an opportunity because we've been connected to the success that we want. And ultimately, we've just consciously been able to direct and influence our life in a way that's put us in a position to meet people like we have. But we couldn't do that if we were unconscious. We couldn't do that if we didn't have this level of awareness. We couldn't do that if we didn't understand the mechanics of reality and how shit actually works.
It's important to note that I feel like there's a difference between genuine bad things and losses and things failing and not working. Because when something fails and doesn't work, then say it's a thing that you're implementing in your business or anything, it's only an opportunity for you to improve and refine how you're approaching what you're doing. It's nothing other than that. It genuinely isn't anything other than that. Like I think a lot of people they'll take that failure and they'll take that thing not working as it can't work, or they'll really let that consume them negatively, but only see failures and things not working as an opportunity to improve and refine what you're doing.
Yeah, they're also though the effect of the cause, which is the way you've been thinking, feeling, acting, your behaviour.
There's things like in business where you'll just run them and you'll need to just see if it works, and if it doesn't, you refine it. Like I'm running funnels right now.
Yeah.
So there's trial and error is a thing, and failure will happen, 100%.
Yeah.
It will. The fuck you talking about?
Yeah, failure can happen but like any negative experience has been created in the mind. Doesn't matter how fucking you want to wrap up.
Yeah, but how's it negative? That's what I'm saying. I don't see them things as negative. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, any limitation, anything that doesn't go wrong has been created in the mind.
No, I like everything though. It's a work in progress. You don't just fucking smash everything like straight off the bat.
Depends how tapped in you are to this shit working.
No, there's refinements to be made in every part of your life. You do things, try it, you review it, improve it, move on, refine over time. You're not gonna get everything right all the time because you're just so spiritually tapped in. Fuck up, man. What are you talking about?
I don't agree. I don't agree that things just go wrong because they're supposed to go wrong. Things go wrong because you've unconsciously created it to go wrong.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, things go wrong in life because you unconsciously create them to go wrong.
It's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you're conflating two things, bro. I don't think you know how this works.
And so if you were to really that's an unconscious, ignorant, egotistic, spastic sitting next to me right now. I'll throw you in the Thames, mate.
Thames, aye.
Throw you in the fucking Thames, mate.
You really need to change your hairstyle.
Throw you in the fucking Thames, mate.
Change your hairstyle, mate.
But ultimately, anything negative in life has been created by you, either consciously or unconsciously.
It's not negative though, mate. I'm just saying that there's refinements to be made. Things will not go exactly to plan because
if you had the awareness,
to be able to
you
take
need to
that
try
and
and
refine
gather.
it.
Why are you speaking like that? That's so fucking annoying. If you need to try and error things, gather data, see what works and what doesn't work. Of course,
that's my point.
That's blatant logic and mindset mastery. I can't be affected by a fucking retard.
This guy is frying my nut, man. This guy is frying me, dog. You're frying.
I'll fucking throw you in the Thames, you fucking faggot. You just did my shoe. Pick up the mic. Pick up the mic. Soccer kick to your fucking head, you fucking faggot. Ultimately, anything negative in your life has been created in the mind first. You need to understand that law of cause and effect. Don't understand that, you'll be like this guy thinking that things are meant to be bad. fucking spastic. Anyway.
It's been 2 days, and genuinely, I feel like I've been here for a fucking week. And that is the power of presence. If you're truly present, time passes slower. Or at least when you reflect, you feel like you've done a lot more. And that is such a valuable fucking life lesson to learn and apply. Like, if you're consumed, you're scrolling and XYZ, time will just pass by. And you'll either be ignorant to how much time you've wasted, or you will just deeply regret the time that you've wasted. So either or. Be more present, live in the moment, live with your heart, just really fucking feel what is true.
Time only flies by when you're unconscious. Genuinely. When you're
Make
like, oh,
decisions from here. Don't let it get to your head and scramble.
this has been a really quick week. It's because you've been unconscious, floating about on autopilot. The more conscious you are, the more present you are, the more intentional you are, the more aware you are, the longer life is, the more experience you get of life, the more you can influence the experience that you live.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
We're going to get.
What are you doing?
We're going to go and get some food now. I've got a bit of a headache from having no water.
Tequila and rum last night.
That's retarded. I don't drink at all. But we're going to go and get some food now. Ultimately, we could sit here all day and speak about the wisdom. I mean, there's been like a couple of nuggets from what we learned yesterday and the things that we spoke about to all the different people. Don't think we've done justice to all the wisdom that we've gathered yesterday, but I'm sure that we'll be dropping the nuggets throughout because we're going to be doing some more YouTube longer form for people to actually connect to us on a deeper level. With this level of awareness, you can't not share it with people that want to hear it, because ultimately, if you're watching this video, you deserve to have levels of awareness given to you, and ultimately allow yourself to become someone that can consciously create the life that you want. Because you are in control, we're all in control, it just doesn't feel like it, right? You literally were born with no limitations, you learn to be limited. This YouTube, the content that we do, the mission that we're on is to help people change their life, experience more life, and ultimately connect back to that unlimited state that you came into the world as before the world fucked you, before your parents fucked you, not in a literal sense, but mentally and subconsciously fucked you, society fucked you. The world is designed to stop you becoming unlimited, because if you become unlimited, the elites can't control you. So ultimately, we'll speak to you soon, but I'm personally going to get ready to leave.
You don't know what you
Appreciate
don't know. And the whole fucking to this is, if you just believe what you're told, if you just let your circumstances dictate what you believe and how you live, you will be a victim of your circumstances, a victim of your environment. So if you're living in an environment right now, you ask yourself, fuck man, it could be worse, but it could definitely also be better. And that's a question you need to just keep asking yourself and learn how to get out of that fucking hole. Learn how to actually live a better life that you want to live. The magic wand scenario Kale does with his clients. What ideally would you have if there was a magic wand you could have anything you wanted? Anything. Genuinely anything. Start to paint that picture and start to realize that that is possible. That is more than possible. Honestly, like me and Kale didn't come from a fucking slum. We had a really nice, loving upbringing, but there was a lot of kind of scarcity in that. It doesn't matter how much love we were given, a lot of scarcity and kind of even the settle for less type of things, that type of stuff, and it could have really shaped us in a way that made us also settle for less and just hold on to the money we've got and not live in abundance, and what a different life we would have had. But we knew that there was more to life. We knew that we can have whatever we fucking want, because other people have things that we want. And it is just the way that we are indoctrinated into certain cultures, and believe that like a lot of people will just kind of settle down with the person in their neighbouring fucking town or anything like that, and they start to just let their whole life be dictated by their environment and their circumstances. If you want more from life, then get more from life. And if you don't really know where the fuck to start or what to do, then that is genuinely what, as Kyle said, our mission is to help change lives and really bring people up when we're coming up, because this is the come up. This really is the fucking come up. We're in London. Spent a few grand on a trip to London, a fucking Mastermind, networking with multi-millionaires. Like, fuck. Tell me I was doing this 5 years ago and I'd spit in your fucking face and have a laugh at you, mate. But now we're in fucking London, bruv. Anything is possible, especially if you put your mind to it and truly believe that it is. Let's fucking go.